Hello, Ming. Are you there? Good afternoon.
Hello.
Right. Good afternoon. How are you today?
Okay.
Okay, you're okay. Right. Sorry if my voice sounds weird today. I have a sore throat, a light sore throat right here. So I might not be able to talk much, but I will try my best. Right. Thank you so much for coming here today. So last time in the last lesson yesterday, we studied about some verbs with two different patterns, like verb plus to infinitive and verb plus ing, right? Đúng không?
Okay.
Động từ đi với động
Yes.
từ đuôi in và động từ đi với động từ to verb. Right, so I have sent you the slide so that you could how to say review the lesson before our class today. So I hope that you can still review after this class too. Right, okay, so let's continue from our last lesson. Right, okay, so in the last lesson, like I said, we studied about verb patterns like verb plus verb ing or verb plus to infinitive, and today we're going to continue doing that. So I would like you to help me finish number 1 to number 6 here with your choice, either by saying to go or like either by choosing to verb or verb ing. Right, so what is your answer for number 1?
I think
Sometimes both answers are correct here.
yes.
Sometimes both answers are correct.
I think number one is both of the answer is correct.
Okay, both of the answers are correct. Right, that's right. Good job. Because like to verb and like verb ing don't have any differences. Okay. Right. Number 2, what is it?
I think did you remember telling?
Did you remember telling everyone about the party? So last time I told you that remember plus to verb is to remember about something you haven't done yet, right?
Yes.
And remember plus verb ing is to remember about the thing that you have done. So my answer here has to be to tell.
So
Right. Right. Did you remember to tell? Tức là bạn có nhớ bạn có nhớ là mình phải nói với A1 về bữa tiệc chưa? Dịch thoáng ra là như vậy chứ thực ra là mình hiểu ở đây là cái việc nhớ này là cái hành động mà tell A1 này là mình nhớ là mình chưa làm, đúng không? Nhớ là chưa làm. Right. Number 3. What is your answer? To laugh or laughing?
to laugh is my
Okay.
answer.
I try not to laugh. Very good. Try here means, what does try to verb mean?
Try to verb is something
Talks about effort, right? Effort.
cố gắng làm gì?
Đúng rồi, cố gắng, chính xác. Cố gắng thì mình có thể nói bằng từ effort, nỗ lực. Đúng rồi. Number 4. Your answer is?
Answer is talking.
Okay, Anna told me about her holidays and she went on talking about
Talking.
life at the university. So I have a question for you. So you see that? So you see that your answer is correct. Went on to talk. Right. So let's check if do you still remember about went on to talk mean. Rồi, went on to talk.
Go on.
Rồi, hôm qua cái go on to talk ấy mình có giải thích rồi đúng không? Go on to talk và go on cộng verb in nó đang mang nghĩa là tiếp tục làm cái hành động gì đó. Nhưng mà kiểu tiếp tục làm cái hành động đang dang dở hay là hoàn thành và tiếp tục làm một cái hành động gì đó sau khi đã hoàn thành một hành động khác. Đúng không? Ví dụ như mình đang dạy, ví dụ như là cô đang dạy này thì cô sẽ bảo là okay, I will go on teaching. Okay, I will go on teaching. Đang dạy, không có làm một việc gì khác cả, vẫn là đang dạy. Rồi ví dụ như cô đang dạy, sau đó là nghe điện thoại thì cô sẽ bảo là ok, sau khi nghe điện thoại xong thì cô sẽ tiếp tục dạy. I will go on to teach. I will go on to teach after I finish listening to the phone call. right? So that is the difference between go on to verb plus go on verb ing. So it has to have an action in between to distinguish between go on plus to verb or go on plus verb ing. Phải có một cái hành động chen ngang vào nữa thì mới xác định được là cái go on này là đi với to verb hay là đi với verb ing. Right. Right. Anna told me about her holidays. Then she went on to talk about life at university. Tức là ban đầu bạn này đang kể về cái cuộc sống ở đại học nè. Sau đó là bạn đó tự dưng kể về cái kỳ nghỉ. Sau đó lại quay lại tiếp tục nói về cái cuộc sống tại đại học. That is why we choose go on to talk. Like there's an action that how do you say? Cut in line with what she was saying. Right, number 5, we continued.
I think both of the answers are correct.
Both of the answers are correct. That's right. Good. Number 6.
It starts.
Both answer or one answer correct?
I think one answer correct.
Okay, one answer. So what is your answer?
I think it's 2. It starts to rain.
Oh, it starts to rain. Right. Let's see. My answer is both. My answer is both. Do you remember this table? Do you remember this table we did yesterday? So in this table, we try to distinguish between the words that can be followed by both ing and infinitive, but one of them, either mean the same in both situations or they either have different meanings in each situation. Đúng không? Bài lần trước thì mình đã cố gắng là mình chia ra các cái động từ này về hai cái cột. Tức là hai cái cột này đều nói rằng những động từ này có thể được theo sau bởi to verb hay là verb ing. Nhưng mà sẽ có một trường hợp là verb to verb ing đều mang nghĩa như nhau. Hoặc là trường hợp thứ hai đó là hai cái mang nghĩa khác nhau, phải tùy vào từng trường hợp thì mình mới nhận dạng được. Đúng không? Vậy thì cái start này nó đang nằm ở cái cột 1 này. Start to do something và start cộng với verb in nó không có gì thay đổi cả. Nó không phải là stop. Stop thì nó sẽ có sự thay đổi nho nhỏ. Right, a little bit confusing, I know, but this is what you need to remember. A little bit confusing. Rồi, vậy là chỉ có hai cái câu này, đó là to talk và cả cái to rain hay raining là mình cần phải nhớ nhé. Cái went on này có thể mình gặp cho khó khăn thì không sao cả, nhưng mà cái start này chọn sai là cô hơi buồn này. Start này mà sai là hơi buồn, tại vì bình thường start rất là dễ, start to hay start verb in thì cũng giống nhau thôi. Right, okay, please remember that, okay? Right. Okay, so now let's move on to the speaking activity a little bit. I have some topics here for you. Your first day at school, where you used to go on holiday, visiting your grandparents, the first birthday that you can remember, learning to ride a bike. Okay, so you have some topics right here. Please choose two things from your childhood and please present that idea to me. Trên đây đều là những cái chủ đề có liên quan đến tuổi thơ của mình, đúng không? Có liên quan đến tuổi thơ của mình. Rồi vậy thì mình có thể chọn chọn hai cái chủ đề trong này để nói về cho Chi được không? Để nói cho cô được không nhỉ? Would you like time to prepare?
Yes.
Okay, you would like time to prepare, but please tell me what you are going to choose. What would you like to talk about?
I'll talk about my first day at school and learning to ride a bike.
Okay, learning to ride a bike, first day at school. So first day at school, which school would you like to talk about? Your primary school, secondary school, or high school?
I think my primary school.
Okay, you still remember that, right? Thank you. Yeah. Right, first day at school at primary school and learning to ride a bike. Right, so I will give you around 2 minutes to prepare for all the two ideas. Is that okay? In the IELTS test, you only have 1 minute to prepare, but I give you 2 minutes here because you have two topics to talk about. 2 minutes. Right, so after 2 minutes, I'm going to ask you to present your ideas to me. Right, I will start the clock so that you can know what is time to stop drafting. Rồi cô sẽ bấm giờ để tới lúc mà 2 phút kết thúc thì mình sẽ rồi 2 phút rồi. Okay, 2 minutes start now. Right, 2 minutes, it's over. 2 minutes, it's over. Right, so can you please begin talking about your first day at school and when you learned to ride a bike?
My first day at primary school gave me a lot of memory. Uh, when I when I first walked to uh, when my mom picked me up from to from house and go to school. Uh, at first, I'm not really scary or have uh, any like worry. I walk into my class, and after a few minutes, I I look out at the window, and I saw my mom go out at the gate went out the gate, and I start to cry a lot. Uh, mm, then my teacher have to call my mom go back, and uh, she 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 uh, she like help me to stop crying, but I can't. I cry and I cry all days, and she has to take me home. And the next day I go to school, I still cry.
The next day you still cry
And
and
so you still cry, but I just cry a half of a day.
Right.
Mm, and then my teacher like uh,
Right. So what did your teacher do to encourage you to go to school after your right how do you say very horrible first day of school? What did your
yes,
teacher do to encourage you to go to class?
she cannot do anything because I cannot stop crying.
Right, I know, but like after that day, did you go to school? Did you still go to school? And
Yes,
what?
I still go.
Yeah,
I
you still go to
still.
school. But like, how could you go to school? Like, why? What suddenly makes you want to go to school after that? I'm just wondering, because like because you said in the first day of school you cried a lot, like you were scared of going to school, you were scared of being left alone by your mom. But then after that
Yes.
day, like nothing, like you just went to school like normal.
Uh, because my mom like very sad at me and
Oh.
very uh ashamed,
Mm.
and mm, she told me that she the next day I go to school and she will stand uh behind the gate to make me feel more confident that
Ah.
she's still there.
Mhm.
So I trust her and go to school. And so I still cry at first, but then I see her stand under the behind the gate for a while. Then it start to and the way the sky start to rain, and I
Ah.
worry about my mother. So I told my teacher to call my mom and told she to go home or she would get wet.
Ah, okay. Wow, that's a nice story. I like it. It's a very interesting experience. Is must have been very important to you so that you still remember it until this day, huh? Very
Yes.
important memory to you. Right. I appreciate that. Thank you for telling me a very interesting story. So like what you said, like what I am writing on the screen here. Um, most of the time when you were talking about your childhood memory, you need to use the past tense verbs,
Yes.
right? Because it already happened a long time ago, and you're telling me a story of true events in the past, right? Past tense verb. And I heard that some of the in some of your like in some part of your presentations you couldn't form past tense verb and you keep using present tense verbs, or in some cases you remember it but you didn't pronounce them perfectly, right?
Yes.
For example, the verb help, the verb help, right? You said your teacher helped you, like call your mom to help you stop crying, right? And she helped you a lot, like she told you to calm down. So when you want to use the word help in past tense, remember to pronounce the ending sound better. Helped, helped. Yeah, she helped me, or like she told me, she helped me to calm down, right? That is one example. uh yeah, also the first few sentences you use the word picked up, right? She so your mom picked you up at your house to bring you to the school, right? So picked up, picked here, there's a side, there's a small t sound at the end. Picked, picked up. That's right, good job. So that is all about the past tense verb. You forgot to use them, or either you didn't pronounce them correctly. Next is hesitations. In speaking, normally it's is very common to have hesitations between sentences because that is how we speak, right? And we're processing the ideas inside our brain. So hesitations are inevitable. Đúng không? Cái hesitation là những cái ngập ngừng, mà ngập ngừng thì thường sẽ là gì? Đó, kiểu cứ kéo dài những cái từ đó ra, sau đó là hoặc nếu mà không kéo dài thì cứ kiểu sử dụng những cái từ đó liên tục. Đại loại như vậy. Thì a lot of hesitation, too much hesitation is not good. Too much hesitation not good because the listener will notice that you're not being confident about your ideas, or you're having trouble like organizing the thought in your brain. So hesitation is okay, but too much hesitation is not good. Just remember that. Right, but I have to say that in 2 minutes you managed to present me with a very interesting story. The way you told it was very engaging. I liked it. I pay attention until the end. Right, was very good. Now the second story about the first time or you're learning how to ride a bike.
Uh, when I start learning, when I start to learn a bike, uh, um, I was a bit scary because my first bike have four wheels. Has four wheels, so I just ride it easily and I have no confused. But then, but then my dad like um put the two wheels on the both side of my bike. Then I cannot control my balance in couldn't control I could control when I rode the bike. Then I felt uh, s- uh, then my dad teach me how to ride the bike with only two wheels, and he hold me to help me balance it. At first I was uh first I I put my leg into the cái bàn đạp là gì cô?
At the pedal.
I put two leg into pedal, uh, and and is and my bike starts like erupting.
Erupting.
Start no, rung lắc cô ạ.
Oh, start shaking, right? Start
Start
shaking.
shaking. It starts
Okay.
shaking, and it starts shaking a lot. But my dad hold uh like hold me so I can um have a bit confident to control it again, and then a few minutes I can ride it easily,
Mm.
uh and it's make me feel so happy. Oh, because was I was a child, so when I done something like successfully, I have some energy to
You were so excited, right? It was so exciting.
I was so excited and write it all my apartment. Then I hit the wall, and I fell on the ground and it hit my head into the ground.
Oh,
It was very hurt.
right. It hit my head on the ground. Okay, hit my head on the ground.
Oh wow.
Right, you hit your head on the ground. Okay. Don't worry, it happens all the time. So, how long does it take you to uh to perfectly control the balance on the bike? How long does it take you?
It just take me 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, so 10 minutes and you can ride the bikes without the supporting wheels, right? You
Yeah,
can ride the bike without the supporting wheel. Wow, 10 minutes. That's very
yeah.
impressive. I remember when I was young, I didn't have the chance to practice riding a bicycle because for once my family was not very how to say was not my family could not afford a bike for me. Yeah, my family could not afford a bike that was suitable for my age. I mean, I was around primary school back then, and I still had a baby like bike, right? Very colorful, very colorful. How to say? It looks like a bicycle made for toddler, các cái bạn nhỏ mà mới đang tuổi tập ăn tập nói ấy, là toddler. Right, so the bike was kind of small and the colors were not nice, so I didn't want to ride those bicycles. When my family could finally afford one, I was in grade 7. Yeah, I was in grade 7, and it took a lot of effort for me. It took a lot of effort to finally control the bicycle for me, because I am, how to say, I was scared of finally letting go of the supporting wheels, right? My parents were quite angry at me because it took so long for me to control the balance. It was a very horrible experience for me, but I'm very thankful that I know how to ride a bike now, a motorcycle now. Right. Okay, so I have some comments for you. Right, so sometimes you still use the adjectives in a wrong way. For example, scared versus scary, right? Do you think they are the same or they are different?
They're different. Scare, I think scare is verb and scary is adjective.
Both of them are adjectives. Both of them are adjectives, right?
But sometimes like example like the ghost scare me a lot.
Right, very good. You notice that. But in higher level, you can use the verb with ed ending as adjective.
Yes.
Em có thể sử dụng thoải mái cái verb mà đuôi ed ấy, là dưới dạng adjective vô cùng thoải mái, đúng không? Đó. Đúng là động từ đuôi ed với tư cách là tính từ, nó sẽ có dạng là tính từ mô tả cảm xúc. For example, bored versus boring, right? Okay, you don't know what to do today. There's not anything interesting for you to do, so you feel bored, right? Khi nào mà em nói em chán thì lúc này em cũng sẽ sử dụng cái cấu trúc mà I am bored or I feel bored. Thì trong cái I am bored đó thì mình và ta phân tích cái thành phần câu ấy, thì có phải là bored đây nó đang đứng vị trí của tính từ không? Đang đứng vị trí của tính từ. Tại vì động từ thì đã có động từ to be rồi, và bored này đang đứng vị trí của tính từ. Đằng sau động từ to be chỉ tồn tại danh từ, tính từ, hoặc là danh từ, tính từ, động từ đuôi in hoặc là động từ đuôi ed thôi. Đó. Vậy thì đây là động từ to be, đằng sau nó đang là một động từ đuôi ed này, mà động từ đuôi ed này có đóng vai trò là tính từ mô tả cảm xúc là bored. Rồi, và với boring này là mô tả cái tính chất của sự vật, sự việc, nó đúng hơn là tính chất nha. Các bạn cứ các bạn khi được học, các bạn chỉ được học là nó mô tả về đồ vật thôi, và mô tả về đồ vật là cái gì mới được? Phải tính chất, đúng không? Tức là mình bảo là cái bộ phim này nó chán lắm, thì cái tính chất của bộ phim đó là chán. Rồi, còn mình bảo là mình cảm thấy chán khi xem bộ phim này, thì đó là cái cảm xúc của mình, phải là bored. Right, I feel bored when watching this film because it's so boring. Right, so when you use the word scared or scary, remember to distinguish between the feelings of human versus the characteristics of an object, right? So you said that I was scary. If you say I was scary, this is an adjective that describes the characteristic. So meaning that you can scare everyone. Nếu như mà em dùng cái scary này để mô tả tính chất của con người, tức là em đang nói bản thân em đáng sợ. Yeah, people are scared of you because you're scary. Đúng không? Còn nếu mà nó là I am scared of, tức là tôi sợ cái gì đó, thì nó đúng hơn. Right. Any other question? Any other question about scared versus scary? No, right. Okay, verb ed với tư cách là tính từ thì mình có thể gặp thường xuyên trong những cái bài học nâng cao hơn. Next, ride và rode thì chỗ này lại là cái chuyện câu chuyện môn thỏa của past tense verb, là mình nhất định phải sử dụng cái past tense verb luôn luôn đặt ra cái sức ép trong tâm trí của mình, đó là mình đang kể chuyện, tất cả mọi thứ phải được đưa về quá khứ. Có thể là mình nói chuyện không có được mượt cũng được, không sao, bởi vì mình đang cố gắng gò ép bản thân mà, nhưng mà phải nhớ đó là động từ này là trong quá khứ, vì đây là chuyện đã xảy ra rồi. Rồi, vấn đề thứ ba ở trên bảng đó là for. felt và feel, felt. Hai cái cặp từ này các
Rồi.
bạn, đúng rồi, hai cái cặp từ này các bạn gặp sai rất nhiều. Fall này là ngã, vậy té ngã ở quá khứ chính là fell. Feel là cảm thấy, rồi felt sẽ là đã cảm thấy, tức là ở trong quá khứ. Được chưa? Right. So all in all, I think that you are doing a very good job at describing events in the past, but you still need to pay attention to the verbs, especially the verb, because I already told you this is an event in the past, một sự kiện trong quá khứ, thì lúc nào cũng phải để ý đến cái động từ, cả động từ lúc nào cũng phải trong quá khứ. Right. Thank you so much for telling me about your stories. I like them a lot. Try harder next time. Try harder next time. Mình vẫn còn đang trong quá trình học cho nên là chưa có gì quá căng thẳng cả. Nhưng mà mình tập làm quen với cái việc mà gò ép bản thân thì sau này mình sẽ thấy thoải mái hơn. Để cho nha Minh nhé. Right. Okay, so I have some new words for you here. I hope you already know them, but if you don't, it's okay. Right, so here are some stages of life. Đây sẽ là giai đoạn, tên gọi giai đoạn của con người, tên gọi một số giai đoạn của con người. Ví dụ như mình gọi là giai đoạn gọi là người lớn, người trưởng thành, thì mình đọc từ này như thế nào?
Adult.
Không phải. No, it's not that. Adult. That's right.
Adult.
Second stress and the first one is Rồi, đúng không? Đầu tiên là chữ e lộn ngược là nè, một cái này là adult. That's right, good. Right, adult là người ở độ tuổi trưởng thành. Rồi vậy thì khi mà cái người đó mà qua cái mức độ tuổi 100 tuổi thì mình gọi là centenarian. That's right, centenarian.
Nó kết hợp với century.
Đúng rồi, nó đang là gốc của century. Đó, century. Và cái đuôi mà arian là đuôi chỉ người. Tức là một người nào đó như thế nào đó, được chưa? Centenarian là người sống trăm tuổi. Right, so this is a word I used earlier. This is a toddler. Toddler are kind of big babies from the age of 2 to 4. They are learning how to speak, how to run, how to eat. Right, they are called toddlers. Right. Okay, so here are some of the useful words we can use in this in this unit. Number 1, elderly. Right. So usually if we want to call people who are over 60 or over 70, we just call them old people, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So in some cultures, if you like directly call them old, they will feel very offended. They will feel very angry, right? So you have to use a word that is more polite. Is the word elderly. Rồi, elderly đúng cũng giống như kiểu mình gọi là người cao tuổi với cả người già ấy. Với người già thì nghe nó thô tục, đúng không? Đơn giản thì mình sử dụng cái từ trang trọng hơn, elderly. Good. The second word, how do you pronounce it?
Emigrate.
If you say emigrate, it's meaning you're stressing on the second sound. But look at the stress pattern here. Nhìn vào cái dấu nhấn này, nó đang ở âm thứ mấy?
Emigrate.
Âm 1. Emigrate, nếu mà nhấn thì thêm dấu, đúng rồi, nhấn thì thêm dấu sắc vào, còn không nhấn thì thêm dấu huyền hoặc là không thêm dấu và hạ giọng xuống. Emigrate. That's right, emigrate. What is emigrate?
Di cư.
Di cư, chính xác, đúng rồi, emigrate. To leave your own country to go and live in another country, right? Right, so emigrate versus study abroad, is it the same? Emigrate versus study abroad, is it the same?
I think no.
Right, no, because you only stay and study in another country when you study abroad. Right, you stay there for a short time, not like forever, so it's not the same. Right, next, how do you pronounce this word? Retire, đúng rồi, retire. Retire, what does retire mean?
Nghỉ hưu.
Nghỉ hưu, chính xác rồi. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 4 words, are there any words you don't understand? Or are you not sure about?
I think it's split up.
Split up, okay.
Split up.
Right, so let's see. You're in grade 10, right? You're in grade 10. So
Yes.
are you currently having a relationship with anyone, or are you currently single?
I'm still single.
Okay, you're still single. Thank you for answering that. So if you're not single, then it means that you are in a relationship with someone, right? Nếu như mà không, and what happens if two people who are in a relationship don't want to be with each other anymore? They split
broke
up.
up.
They will break
Broke.
up, or they split up. Right,
So
broke.
they're the same.
Don't say broke up so normally like that. Broke up is from the past, so you cannot say it in present. They will break up. So split up and break up may seem the same. They still have some differences based on the context, right? So break up, like you stop having relationship with somebody, correct? But split up is like if you live in the same house with the other person. And what happened if you already broke up? What happened if you already broke up? You split up also. Right, tức là khi mà kiểu cái split up này nó còn có nghĩa là chia xa nữa cơ, chia xa nữa, kiểu như bây giờ mình sống chung với người yêu của mình rồi, bây giờ hai đứa chia tay không muốn sống chung nữa thì ok, đường ai nấy đi, split up. Right, cái split up này nó còn có nghĩa là tách ra nữa, tách ra. Vậy đương nhiên khi mà hai người không thể ở chung với nhau nữa thì đường ai nấy đi, split up. Rồi, so it is used to talk about the relationship, or it talks about a situation where two people cannot be with each other anymore. Right, so that is split up. Okay, so about the word that is in front of it, inherit.
Inherit. Okay.
Okay, that's easy for you. Good job. Right. Complete the questions with the preposition below. You can use them more than once. Right. Okay, so now I would like you to complete the question here. You have the first part of the question here. Mình có cái nửa đầu tiên của cái câu hỏi đây, và từ 1 đến 8 đang là các cái nửa sau của cái câu hỏi này. Mình thay thế lần lượt vào thôi. Vậy thì mình sẽ điền cái giới từ thích hợp để hoàn thành cái câu hỏi này như thế nào đây Minh? Number 1.
At which age or ages do you think people are most
obsessed
at fashion?
Do you know what obsessed means? Like you are crazy about something. You want to know about something. You want to know about some people. You try your best to find the information or find a great condition to buy them all. If that is what you like, meaning that you are obsessed with. Yeah, obsessed with. Okay. Bị ám ảnh. Lần đầu nghe đúng không? Okay. I think in grade 11 or grade 12 you will meet this word, you will see this word, that is obsessed with, bị ám ảnh với hoặc là phát cuồng với cái gì đó. Right, so you how to say you normally see like K-pop fan girls, right? You normally see K-pop fan girls. They are obsessed with their idols. They will do anything if they have the money to support their idols, to go to the concert, to buy goods from the idols, from the company. So that is obsessed with. Right, it can be good, can be bad. It can be positive or negative based on the context. Okay. Right, number 2, curious.
Curious. Sort I think it's family. I see it's family, but I don't remember the meaning.
Yeah, curious. So for example, right, your friends have a secret, right? Your friends have a secret, and you want to know that secret. It means that you are curious. That's right, curious about. Right, curious about rồi. Vậy thì bạn mình có bí mật mà mình muốn biết. Cái bí mật đấy chính là tò mò, chính xác, đúng rồi. Next, good.
Good at sport.
Đúng rồi, good at, cái này đơn giản. Next, addicted.
Addicted to, nghiện.
Đúng rồi, addicted to. Rồi. Sensitive.
More sensitive. Sensitive. I think sensitive.
Yes.
Of
Sensitive of or sensitive to, right here is more correct. Sensitive to,
sensitive,
nhạy cảm
nhạy cảm.
đối với, đúng rồi, nhạy cảm đối với cảm xúc của người khác. Right, number 6, unhappy.
Unhappy with their financial situation.
Unhappy with or about. Right, I
Or,
was going to say about, but because with is also acceptable, so meaning that they have two answers here: unhappy with, unhappy about the financial situation. Right. 7, shocked.
shocked off of young people
Shocked.
behavior.
Shocked here is like the shocked, like it's like being surprised, right? Being surprised, right?
So by or by.
Đúng rồi, surprise thì phải đi với by mới đúng, và shock nó cũng tương tự với surprise, phải đi với by hoặc là shocked at, được chưa? Right. Aware.
Aware of the environment.
Đúng rồi, cái aware of này thì đi thi IELTS sẽ gặp nhiều hơn, là mình nhớ rất rõ này, nhưng mà còn những cái đơn giản như là shocked by hay là shocked at thì dễ gặp mà không nhớ này. Right. Sensitive to, we don't normally talk about this, so it's okay if you don't remember. But you remember phrases like addicted to, good at, curious about, they are very good. Right, so in grade 11 or 12, you will learn about this phrase, obsessed with. Right. Right. And it is good to know that obsessed as an adjective always had an ed ending. Obsessed with dưới dạng tính từ luôn luôn có đuôi ed, bởi vì cái gốc của nó là gốc động từ, khi chuyển về đuôi tính từ thì thêm đuôi ed vào. Right. Okay, so now you have completed the final part, the later part of the question. So I would like to ask you something. At which age or ages do you think people are addicted to social media?
I think the age most people will addicted to social media is at maybe at my age, 16.
At your age. Oh, okay.
At my age.
At my age, right? Around 16 years old, right?
Yes.
Around 16 years old. Social media. Okay. So my opinion, in my opinion, your answer is correct in like your answer would be considered correct in 5 years ago. 5 years ago. Right. So in 5 or 6 years ago, like ý cô nói là kiểu cái câu trả lời của em sẽ đúng trong trường hợp là 5-6 năm về trước, đúng không? Đúng trong trường hợp là 5-6 năm về trước. Bởi vì 5-6 năm về trước thì chưa có cái trường hợp, chưa có cái tình trạng mà kiểu bố mẹ để con tiếp xúc với vi tính hay là tiếp xúc với điện thoại nhiều như bây giờ. Cho nên là từ bây giờ là các bạn đã có điện thoại rất là sớm rồi, mà có điện thoại sớm thì các bạn làm gì? Đâu chỉ đơn giản là gọi và nghe thôi, đúng không? Là khám phá internet, mà một khi đã bước chân khám phá internet thì đương nhiên sẽ biết đến mạng xã hội. Và bây giờ tất cả các bạn nhỏ như cô thấy ấy, là cái độ tuổi mà 14, 15 là đã có internet rồi, là đã được tiếp xúc với Facebook, Instagram rồi. Cho nên cái độ tuổi mà cô nghĩ đúng nhất ấy, là bắt đầu mà bị nghiện là cái mạng xã hội này thường sẽ là vào độ tuổi 14, 15. 16 là sẽ là hơi trễ, 14, 15 sẽ nhiều hơn. Right, tức là kiểu 14, 15 là kiểu mới bắt đầu luôn, là 14, 15 là bắt đầu nghiện, bắt đầu có dấu hiệu nghiện. Right. So, at which age or ages do you think people are most obsessed with fashion?
Fashion. I think it's my age too.
Oh, your age too, right? Okay, I think it's understandable. I think it's understandable. Right, that's right. But that is only when you were born into rich families or wealthy families, right? That is only when you were born into, how to say, wealthy family, because nowadays fashion costs a lot of money.
Yes. When I in secondary school at the grade 9, and I see that my friend start to wear some
You say
maybe
high fashion, right? High fashion clothing. high fashion clothes.
Yeah, my friends start to wear high fashion clothes. Uh, they don't wear the uniform.
Oh, they don't wear a uniform. Oh, wow.
Yeah, they don't obey the rule. And in the grade and and in high school, uh, in high school, they they'll obey, but they obey the rule. But when they
When no one is watching, when no one was watching.
when no one was watching, they will wear some high fashion clothes. Or
Okay.
maybe I am the old fashioned
Uh,
guy because I don't like to wear some like expensive clothes or attractive clothes
mhm.
because I
uh,
see it.
yeah, you see it as unnecessary,
Yeah,
right?
unnecessary. Yes.
Mhm. Unnecessary. I also agree with you that at your age it's unnecessary to wear high fashion clothes right now. You need beautiful clothes, not high fashion clothes, right? Clothes
Yes.
that make you look beautiful or clothes that make you look good, that is good for you. But if they're too expensive, you can pass the chance, because right now not many people can buy clothes. I mean, at your age, not many students can buy clothes with their own money, right?
Yeah.
Right. Most
Yes.
most of the time, it's their parents that pay for the clothes you guys are wearing. It's the parents that pay for the clothes you're wearing. So you have to be very aware of the financial situation, right? And because like in the future, who knows what will happen in the future, right? If you can save money now, then it's good. It's not that you have to be very strict about your expenses or something else, but try to be aware of the financial situation. Good clothes are clothes that make you look
Yeah.
beautiful, not high fashion clothes. Right, thank you. Right, so at which age or ages do you think people are how do you say, are more sensitive to other people's feelings?
Um, I think the age people think it's more sensitive to other people feeling is at my 18 is in 18th.
Is at 18? Why is that?
18. Um, mm, the kia the this không có nhiều nó rõ ràng. A clearly example that I see is in social media.
Ah,
Uh, when when people at 14 or 15 they comment some a post or a video in the social media. They don't really think or like be careful what they are saying. They don't think before they saying a comment in other post.
mm-hmm.
And sometimes they uh they don't think there will be a consequence of saying that.
Right, good job. There will be consequence of not thinking before acting, right?
I think yes. So most of the like a drama or uh
Yeah, most of
fight,
okay,
I
most
see.
most of the dramas or conflict ở đây là mâu
Yeah,
thuẫn đúng không? Right, most of the
the
drama or
conflict. Well,
conflict.
as you can see, you can sometimes you can see or you read newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
You see a video of like two group of girls fighting when they still study because they like
They
they
fight over the smallest things, right? They fight
yes,
over
this
the
is
smallest.
for small.
Right, they fight over the smaller things, right? I
Yeah.
understand what you want to say here, right? I want to say, right, because how do you say? they are still they're still in the age that the government will protect them, right? That the government to protect them and forgive them if they make any mistakes. So they are free to do whatever they want because their parents will always say that, oh, they are still children, they're still learning to become adult, to become human. So it's okay if they fight over something, right? It's a lesson of life for them. But
Yes.
we don't think so. We think that children must be educated well before they become teens, right? Before they become teens, because the age of because the age between 13 to 15 is the time where how do I say, where children behave the worst. Đúng không? Cái độ tuổi đấy thường là độ tuổi mà các bạn mà kiểu cư xử mà kiểu khó chịu nhất, khó đỡ nhất, right? So well, they need their parents to guide them. And that's right. I agree with you that people started to be more sensitive to others people's feelings at the age of 18, right? Because that is when they have experienced a lot of embarrassing moments. Không, tới cái độ tuổi 18 là cũng đã trải qua rất là nhiều cái khoảnh khắc mà nó xấu hổ rồi, cho nên là từ đó là sẽ học được nhiều kinh nghiệm hơn, đối xử tốt hơn với người khác, hay là cư xử sao cho phải phép. Bởi vì nếu mà độ tuổi 18 rồi mà không có cư xử cho phải phép thì ra xã hội sẽ làm sao? Sẽ gặp nhiều khó khăn. Right. Okay. I thank you so much for staying with me until the end of the lesson. We talked a lot about like the topic you used to talk like we talked about these two topics right here, and I corrected your presentation with my comments saying that you need to be aware of the past tense verbs, right? You need to be aware of the past tense verb. Also, you have helped me completed this part right here, right? And we also talk about our own opinions on the young generation today. Right. Thank you so much. And I will see you again next week so that we can complete this part. We can complete this part and then move on to the next lesson. Okay. Cái phần còn lại thì cũng không có quá khó đâu. Thì chắc phần còn lại cũng không quá khó, thì mình sẽ làm, sau khi làm xong thì mình sẽ quay được cái bài tiếp theo. Bài tiếp theo mình học về ngữ pháp. Right. Do you have any question for me today?
No.
No, okay, right, thank you. You did a good job today. Just remember to control your grammar better and make good use of the vocabulary you already learned at school, right? Okay, I'll see you next Saturday. Right, bye-bye. Same time, 2 p.m.
See you again.
See you.